mushrooms. They are mushrooms. People use it for spiritual ceremony. The like peyote ceremony. Have you heard about it? What's your opinion? And and second, water. We mentioned 70% we are water, and we can direct our attention to the water, and the molecule of the water will change. That's what Dr. Emoto says. So does it matter what kind of water we use for manifestations?
Mushrooms and ceremonies. I think you know, because today there's a lot of, because there's so many different sects and cult. When I say cult, I mean cultures. You know, different practices, different beliefs. So I think you need to, for everybody, is to know what is the reason why you're getting into something, and what is the purpose, and what is the goal. I think there's a lot of things. So what is the goal in, because there's also a lot of different practices with mushrooms, is what is the goal of using it? In the same sense, a lot of people today, and it's becoming more and more popular, is plant medicine, things like ayahuasca. A lot of people are getting into. If you listen to every person who talks about ayahuasca experience, and actually every awakened spirit master, actually the parallel is there. It's just they're all talking about the same thing. In fact, to say some drugs, LSD, things like that, will also give a similar effect as well, and a similar type of, some now using these dynamics are, call it awakening. But ancient practices and mountain yogis and monks will not call it awakening. And the difference is because I asked Grandmaster a very similar question before as well. This was 2 years ago. And the difference is this: now I know, in this moment, I know you tomorrow, I know you past life. In this moment, I can see. In every moment, I can see every action I'm taking, I can see what the dynamic is. In fact, I'm not even planning now. So I don't plan, I don't make a decision now. So because it's all there, so I'm just using my physical action to put the thing in place for the thing to happen. Because I can see what action leads to what path. But the difference is these, whether drugs become an addiction, and whether that is classed as good or bad. Whether plant medicine is taking somebody who's not ready, because this happens too. You've got plant medicine very useful for some people, and you've also got plant medicine gone wrong for some people too. These things are happening right now, it's happening. So where is the control when a stimulant is used to take you somewhere, instead of you knowing exactly where the doors are to go somewhere? That is the difference. And even when Grandmaster explained that to me a few years ago, I didn't understand to what extent, until the recent practices. And also in the same sense, the recent practices that I've been taking the wealth yogis through as well, of inception, what some people will call inception. Because there is a carrier of dreams, and it's a feminine energy, and she can take you to where you need to go and things like that. But so I explained to these guys beforehand what the keys are, where the doors are. But I also tell them that do not do this in your own space. Because there's people who also enter into a place like that, and they forget to come back out. In this reality, people will just call it, oh, they went unconscious and we don't know why. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how they will it just happened, we don't know what happened. But in my hands, obviously, I don't want that to happen within my field. So I say, you have to be here, because then that's why these practices, somebody needs to know what they're doing to be able to bring you out, if that needs to be in that time. So that's the difference I see between using different stimulants and just actually naturally. And the difference also is this: naturally getting there takes absolute flow, alignment of energies to do that. So what does that mean? It takes practice, it takes hard work, it takes time. The stimulant doesn't. You put a LSD in, boom, you're gone. You get what I'm saying? So that you can call a shortcut. But whether that's good or not, I think you to be the judge. When do you go in? When do you come out? Where do you go? How do you go? Is this controlled or not? I think that's for you to judge at that point. So that's the first one. The second one was related to
water. Does it matter what kind of water we
yeah, so I answered this question yesterday. So three parts to water. One part is the quality of water. This is purely health benefit then. It's purely talking about, is it acid water or alkali water? Is there chemicals in the water? We're only talking about health benefit on that first level. So quality of water. Alkali water obviously is best for your body. The best actual water out of all, even not just putting it through a machine of making it alkali water, is actually natural spring water, mountain water. So that is natural alkali water. That way is even better, because natural spring water will also then hold the second property. Then the second property is awakened water. How do you wake the water up so that it's awake, it's not asleep? So that's why ceramic bowls are there. So that's the second property, awakened, because awakened has more energy. Now when I drink it, I have more energy, it's alive. Then, or when it's alive, it's awake. It's like you say, manifestation, how does that work? It's like saying, well, if I say my prayer to somebody who's asleep, or I say my prayer to somebody who's awake, who's going to deliver? It's as simple as that, right? Third property is emotion. So then, that's the rocks then, right? That's the rock, or that's symbolism. Symbolism that will hold the power of a particular energy. So that's why there's love crystals in there, citrine crystal, for the balance of wealth and love, abundance. There's also a diamond inside that is for amplification of abundance and protection. So this is the vibration. So that is emotion of water, is what Dr. Emoto talks about. Then when our emotions are at a higher vibrational frequency, obviously manifestation works better. So there's three properties.